Hello and welcome to the Climbing Daily Wednesday news show. We have a packed show, British trad, hard sport and an amazing EpicTV film. Good morning, Teresa. How you doing?
Good morning. Good. You?
I'm good. It is a packed show today, isn't it?
Yeah, it was exciting to read all about this ascents.
Yes.
Everywhere. From like the Himalayas to, Italy, because that's our first news story, because Laura Rogora made the news again. Italian climber Laura Rogora made the second repeat of the hardest route in Italy, Erebor, 9B/plus, first climbed by Stefano Ghisolfi in 2020. With this ascent, Laura marks her dominance in the climbing world, being the first woman to ever climb this grade. Whoa, big news. And incredible.
Why isn't it 9B+? Why isn't it a solid 9B+? Why have we got a slash in?
Back in the days, so last year, Stefano sent it after Perfecto Mundo, and he said something along the lines of, it's not a 9B+, like it's not a full 9B+, but it's not even a 9B, so it's a 9B/plus. But yeah, it's incredible. And he also did comment on the post below that if she doesn't have any plans for 2022, she maybe should head up a very long hill walk.
Oh, you mean Bibliographie?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He was like, it's not that much harder.
There we go. So Laura pushing the limits once again. Nice one. I've got some British trad climbing news now. As reported on UKC, Jim Pope has climbed the E10-7A trad route Prisoners of the Sun in Wales. This is only the second ascent of the route after it was first climbed in June. In the interview on UKC, he talks about how the route felt a bit like a gritstone climb. A solo up to good gear, then boulder problems between breaks. It took him just 45 minutes, including a warm-up, to send the route. Awesome from Jim Pope. He came back from Moscow where he was on form, training hard, sent this route. In that UKC article, it's quite interesting because he talks about the fact that to him it felt more like E8.
I mean, 45 minutes including the warm-up?
Yeah, pretty crazy, isn't it?
That's not even a gym session, is it?
Damn, that guy's fast.
What I quite liked about the UKC article is he's not just immediately downgrading. He's saying, look, it just felt like my style. But there haven't been many ascents of that route, so time will tell whether it has the E10 or whether it gets pushed down a little bit. But crazy, Jim. Nice
crazy.
One.
More crazy news from Soyuz. We've seen American climber Sean Bailey all season winning bouldering and lead competitions. Clearly in very good shape, he headed to the sport climbing mecca of Soyuz. After months of trying Bibliographie, he was able to send it. And previously, his hardest sport route was a 9A+, so he jumped a whole grade.
Another ascent of that route.
See,
it was 9C,
yep.
Briefly. Stefano crushed it. Steezy boy crushed it.
Steezy.
Sorry, Steezy. Mr. Bailey. Sir Bailey. Lord Bailey.
Lord.
But look, we kind of reckon that's probably 9B+ now, right?
He didn't mention anything of the grade. It was interesting to read his story though, because he does talk about how just tired, physically he was after having a couple of goes in one day. So he's doing 1 day on and 2 days off, which is the way to go, because that hill is horrible to walk up. And he must be the first one to send that route without an e-bike. And maybe
Stefano didn't have an e-bike,
he did.
When he actually did it?
By the end he did,
Okay.
So maybe it's the first ascent
Did Alex have an e-bike?
Yeah.
Did you know this?
Yeah. Remember he did that whole story post about...
I do not.
Okay, anyway, he's like, whoa, bike sponsors, and they helped me climb this route, because, hey, the walk is horrible.
I think there's still I reckon I can make quite a good living by shuttling people up. If I had an e-bike with a trailer...
So, yeah, one of those kid carts.
If someone was €5 to be cycled up, so I would pay €5, I'd pay 10.
I don't mind the walk, it's just bringing the stuff up the first day. So if you want to offer that service for really heavy backpacks...
There we go, I'll offer the service. Let us know in the comments below if you want me to do that. Now, more UK trad news, and this time, things get slabby. As reported on UKC, visiting American climber Anna Hazelnutt has been climbing with Tom Randall and trying some hard, classic climbs. She linked up with Tom Randall and they both spent time working and sending Once Upon a Time in the Southwest, an enormous E9 6C slab with hard climbing, runouts and fiddly gear. Anna is fairly new to trad climbing. Having been a boulderer and then a sport climber, she had to work out how and where to place the gear, learning as she went. She took some falls before finally pulling over the top, and Tom Randall also climbed it just before her ascent. Congratulations to both of them. That slab is just so cool. I was looking at it. Have you seen the pictures of it? Just like whoosh, comes out of the sea. It looks amazing. I'd like to try it. Like I know I can't climb E9, but you know.
You can try it.
I could try it, couldn't I?
Well, if you go try it, do you like leave in the last pieces of gear
I'm not sure
to like rappel off?
I don't think I'd even get to the first piece of gear, to be perfectly honest with you. It's super hard. But like, I just think it looks like aesthetically just one of the most stunning lines in the UK. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, but then it makes me think, well, as a foreigner to the UK, I guess, that all trad climbs on the coast are like that. Just like this beautiful, like,
they're beautiful.
slab.
They're not all quite as slabby, but yeah, you've never done any UK trad ever? Any UK trad?
That's why I'm still alive, I think.
That's a very good point. Yeah, very good point.
I wouldn't just wear a helmet. I'd be like one of those kids that you put out on like skateboards and what are they called? Like those trottinettes.
What with elbow pads?
With elbow pads and knees, wrist thingies. Yes, all of it. I'd
armbands,
be patched up.
Whole lot.
But about that, we're moving on to a simpler sport of bouldering. Molly Thompson-Smith, after World Championships, headed to Magic Wood, where she climbed Steppenwolf, a classic 8B crimpy test piece. How about her send? She comments on her Instagram that, "Unfortunately, I hurt my pulley on this go, so that could be the end of my climbing here." That's unfortunate. She didn't pop her pulley, she said she hurt it though. But on the climb, and it was like between the second and third move, and she just said she crimped the rest.
Well, we know Molly's had that pulley injury back in the day. She had that surgery. I don't know if you ever saw it, like open up a whole finger.
Yeah.
It was gross. I don't know if it's the same finger, but every time I hear Molly talk about pulleys, I just go a bit cold. I'm just
Like, ooh, that might happen.
Yeah, jeez, no.
Pulley pops. But yeah, it wasn't a pulley pop, fortunately.
Yeah, but she said, I think that her Magic Wood trip might be done, so that's probably the last we'll see from her bouldering.
Yeah. Good thing it's raining now, so hey.
True that.
Just in time.
Now we have about 1 million 9As, so what we're going to do is just smash through them because everyone is crushing. Austin Purdy jumped up his sport grade from 7C plus to 9A with an ascent of Moonshine.
Nicholas Milburn has done the second ascent of Pneuma, a 9A in Temple.
Joe Kinder made the first ascent of a 9A plus called Kinder Cakes in Rifle.
Kajtek Poelek skipped the grade of 8C+, climbing his first 9A, the essential in the Frankenjura.
David Feinenberg, who's done 3 9A pluses, sent Schwarzmonk a 9A in Grimmelwald, Switzerland.
Alex Magus flashed another 9A, Chromosome Y, but thinks it's more of an 8C+.
Dan Mirsky has done his third 9A, having climbed Planet Garbage in Rifle. Daniel Woods has been on a rope again and has climbed a 9A I can't pronounce in Mount Charleston.
Wait, is it called I can't pronounce it? Or
No, I literally can't pronounce it. I'll try. Andy Rather Manibian.
are we talking about butchering things? Because I think I butchered the first one. Pneuma? P-N-E? How do you say that?
Mate, I've got no idea.
Pneuma.
I'm sure people will comment and let us know how to properly pronounce those names. But an amazing, huge 9-8 roundup. Now, a quick bit of news, again, back to the UK, because we love a climbing challenge, and this one, well, it's pretty special. British climber Anna Taylor set herself the challenge of completing all 83 routes in the iconic guidebook Classic Rock, and she cycled between all of them. A 1,500-mile trip with 10,000 vertical meters of rock climbing. 68 out of the 83 climbs were solos, and despite the terrible weather at the end of the trip, she completed her challenge. This story was picked up by the BBC. It was
the BBC?
Front page news.
Really?
Yeah. So, we had to talk about it. So Classic Rock is this guidebook, right, with all these routes in it. It's uber famous, and she's done all of the 83 from that. They're not all super hard. This is why she soloed a bunch of them, but it'd just be so cool just to tick a guidebook. Or the classic bit, anyway.
Well, yeah, I guess. Well, she must have not done it in the order of pages. Or
Yeah, I presume she kind of looped it, so it
Yeah.
made sense because she was on her bike, obviously. But like Wales, the peaks, all this, she was everywhere.
But can you imagine logging in all of them and just be like, okay, done, puts the guidebook away forever?
Oh, you would love the points, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. We have another story from the Himalayas of a double amputee that sent Manaslu.
Manaslu, right? Manaslu?
How do you say
I
it?
prefer Manaslu, I think. Is it? I think it's Manaslu.
Manaslu. Anyway, it's the 8th highest mountain in the world.
Yeah, the climber was Rustam Nabiev, missing his legs, impairments with his legs. Always incredible to see something like that. Makes me feel incredibly lazy.
Of not going up 1,000.
Yeah, I haven't ever done a big mountain peak. Like, you know, I've been to like 6,000, but not on a climb. I should do some high altitude stuff.
Okay, bye-bye.
See you later. See you in a couple of months,
See
guys.
you.
I'm out of here. Let's do the 9B counter. Laura.
Well, on 2 counters.
Yeah.
And I guess she gets 1.5 points for Erebor, and then Steezy.
Let's give her 2. Let's give her 2.
Let's give her 2?
Let's give her 2.
Why? Because she's a woman?
Just because Stefano's on the fence, right, doesn't mean that I have to be on the fence.
Yeah, but she didn't mention anything about the grade.
Yeah, but I just don't like slashes.
What if she downgrades?
What if she does? That'd be hilarious.
That'd be so funny.
No, I hate a slash. You know I hate a slash. I just think commit to the grade. What do you think, guys?
But we
2,
gave
1?
Stefano last year 1.5.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there we go. We've got precedent. 1.5, Laura. I'm sorry, I tried.
And Steezy Bailey, 2 points.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Steezy Bailey, that's not his name.
Sean. Right, shop stuffs. And this is one of my personal favourite shop stuffs because tendon ropes up to 32% off. I've talked about it for years. I love a tendon rope. I think they make fantastic ropes.
Yeah, I think they're all right. I never bought a tendon rope, actually.
You know, I bought tendon ropes back in the days, and then I was given a tendon rope, and I just love the guys at Tendon, mainly because during the big outdoor trade show that goes on, they have the best beer.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought best ropes, you know.
That's good. You know, the rope's good. They're
And
nice
they
people.
gave you one.
But their beer, genuinely, really good. Really good beer. So, you know, they're my favourites. So that's 32% off tendon ropes. Link down below. The film that we alluded to at the beginning of the show, it is a masterpiece. It's on EpicTV. It's a high-altitude mission up Linksar, previously unclimbed. It looks super dangerous, super hard. In the middle of it, there's an enormous avalanche. It's got everything. It's done from the perspective of Graham Zimmerman. It's just awesome. Check out this teaser.
My name is Graham Zimmerman. As an alpinist, I have always been drawn to the biggest and steepest mountains in the world. Occasionally, one peak stands out from the others. A lodestar that lures my imagination on countless dream voyages. And in 2019, that peak was Linksar.
So he was accompanied by Steve Swenson, Chris Wright, and Mark Ritchie on that climb. And it's just, I love it when a big high altitude film is done that well.
It was, honestly, I thought it was just gonna be another movie of like high altitude, like, yeah, sure, it's hard, you don't really understand. Instead, it's just one of those like feel good, inspiring, like proper altitude, not altitude, but like climbing.
But imagine
movies.
what I always think about. Imagine pulling out a camera. Like I struggle pulling out a camera like the Alps. Imagine pulling out a camera in a storm whilst you're like 7,000 meters and capturing all the moments. It's like whoever, you know, they were all filming bits of it. It's very, very good. When's it out, T?
It's out tomorrow night, so on Thursday, 7th October, it will be premiering on the EpicTV YouTube channel at 5 Central European time. So 4 in England.
There you go. Set your dates, set your calendars, and check that movie out. It's awesome. Comment of the week. So I did it to spare your hate of me when we read comment of the week.
Have you checked the emails for people sending in songs?
I have been. There's nothing coming through. Guys, send your songs to climb@epictv.com if you genuinely think you can climb better than me. Climb, sing. That was a Freudian slip though, wasn't it?
Somebody got competitive.
Someone got competitive. If you think you can sing better than me, then send us an email. And the reason, Terry T, is that I didn't want to annoy you is because of our first comment that I've got, which is from Aidan Annetz, who just says, she often has a seething look at him. Weird tension every episode. So I presume she's talking about our weird tension and the seethingness.
Yeah.
Really? Can you feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can.
Is that your seething look?
Cool. I'm trying. I see the faces I do, and I don't pull faces on purpose. I never know where to look. Now I know a bit more where to look. But sometimes they am I interested in what you're saying, even though you said it for the third time in a row and I know what you're saying? Or do I look to the camera? So I'm sorry I give off the wrong looks sometimes.
I think you should give up any look. You're right. I mean, to be honest, I am an annoying human being, and the seething thing is fair enough. I'd seethe it myself, so you seethe away.
Okay. Don't worry, my comment is respectfully nice to you too. And it's from Blake Hernandez, and he says, Matt directly after absolutely butchering Guillaume with a smug face talking about GIF this and some tasty irony. What's some tasty irony?
So this is, I butchered a name, didn't I? Comment of the week, and then we were saying about how you say GIF and GIF and VZ instead of versus.
No, I think Guillaume, you butchered it on some live stream.
No, it was my comment. It was from
It was
Guillaume.
a comment?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
It was from him. My comment is from Gwem. Well, I'm sorry, Gwem. I'm sorry I butchered it.
Guillaume, though, did reply, and he said, I've had worse.
There we go. Guillaume, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for your comment. T, we do this every day, don't we? What should people do if they want to catch up with Climbing Daily?
You could, first of all, like this video, subscribe to the channel, go follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Are there more?
Don't know. All the things.
All the things. But yeah, that's it from us, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Well, we might not, because we're on a very special film trip next week, but you're going to see Hugo next week. We'll explain more next week. Watch that Link Star film. We'll see you later.